Woo! We are back for game number 3 tonight. I am so freaking stoked for this one. I've been told this could be the best game we've ever seen, and I could not keep my hands off of it. It is from Team Copper, VID. He's going to be representing us some red alien Zerg in the upper left-hand corner. We take a boo down here at the lower right-hand corner. For the blue man, it is Lellba. Lellba playing the blue Terran. Let's get this game off to a 2x speed. I am so freaking stoked tonight. Let's get this baby going. Start this match off. It looks like Vid's going to hover the Overlord above his ramp. Make sure nothing happens. If you haven't noticed already, this could be the best map in the history of the world. It is Red City again. We do get the standard wall-off start for Lellba there as he does lay down the supply depot. And there goes the barracks. I assume we will see either a barracks or a supply depot to finish out wall-off. Either one of these two plan on scouting anytime early as they're both sitting back and relaxing. Spawning pool going down for VID. Does look like he might have timed it right around the 6. Could be a 6 pool here. But no, we are getting some more drones out here. So is not looking to rush his opponent here. Is getting the drone doing the bit of scouting here. Runs through the Naga tower there. Heads his way all the way down the ramp here. He has scouted correctly. First is bang on 1-for-1. VID has got this down pat here. Is going to see the wall off here. I would like to see here. Usually the tall tale sign is when your probe zone drone or SCV just stops. You kind of know the wall is there. And VID obviously did know when halfway at the ramp. Got shot a couple times. He's going to hang out at the bottom. I assume just so he can get a little vision in case Lellba, decides to head out a little bit early here. He is going to go around here. We could see a proxy hatchery here. He's moving into the middle there. Let's see what happens here. See how creative VID feels tonight. Do have the standard gas going down a little bit early for Lellba there. But it just looks like he's pumping out a few Marines here, so it doesn't look to do anything special right off the bat. They're pulling up the units tab. Got some four dogs on the field with 3 Marines. Keeping that larva inject going like a boss tonight. Going up here, Lellba at the other end here. He's getting himself an engineering bay, looking to get some early upgrades, I would have to imagine. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he wants to lay down some towers, missile turrets there, just to make sure nothing bad happens there. We do get the tech lab to start the game for Lellba, going for a fairly unique build. Cancels that tech lab and says, you know what? It's reactor time. I'm beginning to get a little bit worried about Lellba if he might have been dipping the sauce tonight. A little confused on that one. Fair enough there, Lellba. We've all made that mistake before. Is pumping 3 on the single gas so far. Do not have a second barracks up. We are getting the command center already off the bat here. So going into a fairly macro-heavy game is Lellba. And it does look like VID is doing the same. He gets down his hatch somewhat early as well. Gets scanned at a Lellba. Lellba knows, does not see the spawning pool. Does catch the tip of the roach warren down though. So he obviously knows that the spawning pool is there. And even if he didn't see the roach warren, I'd like to think he knows the spawning pool is down by this point. Anyways, do get quite a few dogs on the field now with 14 dogs. Lellba's got 4 Marines. Nothing's going to happen right away. We can speed this up because those dogs aren't getting up that ramp. Anyways, we do get this going. Command center should be finishing up here within the next minute and a half here. Do get the factory down. Are putting down a couple more supply depots as Lellba has managed to supply block himself for a fair bit of time. Almost an entire supply depot build. He was supply block. Does lower it. Is looking to move out and plant the bunker down right in front of the natural. Dogs come down there. Oh boy, this is trouble. Maybe losing some units that he shouldn't be losing here. Does cancel that, runs his arch right back up there. That little SCV was running for his life. He's back up in there. The dogs are going to float around. They'll take the high ground. This is one of the coolest spots in Red City that hovers right above your natural. So cool. Very nice for Terran to be planting down their tanks up there. Also very good for the opponent to get into. Of course, he does scan down there. Catches that VID's tails are sitting up there, so knows he's sitting down there waiting for this here. VID tries to go up the ramp here. Not the best move. Does have some Hellions on the map here. Those are going to get down the ramp there. Closes them down the ramp, so they're stuck down there with 4 of them down there. They could do disaster to these dogs with some good micro. Here we go. Still got the orange flame. Good micro here so far. Might end up losing one of them here. It's going to be close. Gets his shot very well done by Lellba. Knows how to operate. Knows like a boss. I'm beginning to wonder just how good this guy is. Wow. Do get the command center floating on down there at this point in time. Has some idle SCVs. Love to see that Bronze League maneuver and good gameplay here. Does land that baby down there. Isn't repairing the Hellion, so we got to give him credit there. As long as he ain't repairing that Hellion, I'm not overly worried about you, Lellba. And down here, we are getting a couple spine crawlers, I would imagine. Yes, they are spine crawlers laying down there with some roach here. And we are getting out some more little tiny drones. We do have layer technology already out there. VID is getting in the layer. What's he going to choose to do here? Does have a spore crawler down. No building for that layer tech so far, so we'll have to await what his decision to go is from here. Target the expansion nicely mined up here with 7 there and 13 up here. Very well done for Lellba. Is scanning like crazy in case you cannot hear it. I will tell you, he is scanning left, right, and center here. Scans the front entrance again. Don't know if he's a little bit worried due to the fact he didn't really see any units up there. Sometimes that leads you to believe your opponent's moved out, but at the same time, he did catch the natural down here with that vision, so maybe he does know that the units are probably down there. VID is pumping out a bunch more roaches here. Lellba's hiding back here, is electing to put the missile turret up by the front entrance. Not sure why. Maybe just in case there are mutas. Usually you plant them in the middle line. Very odd to see one up there. But will do the job if mutas do come in and try to fly through the front door. Even though that's a pretty stupid location for them to move in. But fair enough, Lellba. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're looking for some sort of burrowed units that might come flying through there. Does drop down some of these sweet mules here. Just a mine like crazy. Does have the siege tank up, so really is getting into that Turtle Terran mode where you siege up, block that front gate off with a couple bunkers there, a few tanks, and you're pretty much good to go for a ground army. VID is starting to move out here, apparently. Has decided it's time to move out here. These roaches are going to move out here. Has about 14 altogether moving across the field here. If we take a look up here, is also looking to do a bit of a hidden expansion in the upper right-hand corner here. Up at the above here, Lellba is finally getting into, it looks like a starport. We're getting two starports, getting another barracks out there. Wouldn't mind seeing a tech lab on this one. Maybe start getting some upgrades for your boys, buddy. Tech lab is on the factory, obviously. Does have 4 tanks queued up. Loving the Bronze League maneuver. Queuing up the tanks like crazy here. 4 whole tanks got on queue. Did supply block himself one more time over here. VID, on the other hand, is going with a Spire, it looks like here. So we are probably going to see the mutas, I would almost bet you my life savings on that. Is getting the Roach Warren speed here, so is getting some Roach speed. VID piling up those overlords like a boss rookie. I love it. Really should be using them to be scouting around the map there, plant them everywhere so you know exactly what's going on. Does realize those roaches aren't getting too far with the sieges. Do have a mass amount of Hellions out here now. Does get back there, is trying to complete this wall off so that he is walled in there, and it feels like a true tortoise turtle. Because if he gets that walled off, gets enough sieges back there, the only thing getting in this base is what VID is going, which is mutas. So he has got this pretty much walled off, has the 1 tank. There's the 2nd tank. Like I say, he's got a boatload queued up because he loves the queue. VID is going to take the center with his roaches. Very good move there. Really could get away with leaving 1 there, but if you know your opponent's turtling up, should feel no worries. A little bit surprised we're not getting some Hellion movement since he has so many Hellions. And it does look like, I would almost assume, unless he lost him in the battle, that he did repair his Hellion. I'm going to pretend he didn't, just so I don't feel so bad. Yes, get these sieges up on the high ground, my good man. Now, if you want to plant a couple turrets up there to guard the sieges, a few sieges up there, you can build a pretty sweet base. Now we do have the 5 Hellions, so Lellba is starting to move out like I thought he should have earlier. Very well done, Lellba. Don't know if you want to run into roaches by no means. Oh, that's not a good engagement for you. Hoping you decide to get out of there, maybe scout around a bit more. Very well. You are much faster than them roaches. With roach speed, they will keep up somewhat, but still those Hellions are going to go quite a bit faster. Does scout, knows what he's running into. A bunch of dogs. Not entirely sure why Lellba turned his army around there. He really could have couple shotted, about 3 shotted those dogs, 3 or 4 shotted. Not entirely sure why he backed off, ended up losing another Hellion, but to each their own, he would have lost them all if he had went all the way up, but just surprised he didn't take a couple shots at them dogs. VID now getting the mutas on the field, has 13 mutas on the field here, does have, let's take a look, is he going into, no, he's not quite going into hive technology here quite yet, just is getting out that larva count. Just supply depots going down. Nobody's really building anything. Not a whole lot for upgrades happening here. Let's take a look down here at Lellba's end. Once again, Master Supply Block does finally get something up to unsupply block him. Does have a medevac out. Medevac decides he's going to rest above the starport. Maybe heal it. Very good spot. Get your tank up there. There you go. Now he's got this pretty much turtled up here. Still got those siege tanks queued up. They're the ones that are supply blocked. Bunch of Marines heading out here. Still do not have a tech lab down on one of these on one of these barracks. Really needs to get that tech lab out so he can get some, maybe some stim pack going, as well as some combat shield. Doesn't believe in Marauder, so I'm not overly concerned about him getting combat or concussive shells here. Anyways, with this turtling here, he should easily be able to fend off anything that comes in on the ground, but little does he know Vid's got the mutas out, and this could be a bit of trouble. Is doing a drop. Very well done. That is a good move to make here. Don't know if it's the best to get out, please. I don't think he get none of this one. No, the medevac did not move with the army. I'm not entirely sure why, so we'll lose a lot of Marines there. Definitely one of the more bronzy type drops, if you ask me. Does have the 4 Hellions still scouting around the map, basically making sure there's no third, so he's not all that far behind. VID is moving up there with 18 mutas. This could be a little bit deadly here, as he does not have a lot of air, and his Marines do not have stim or combat shield. So if he gets into the main, there's nothing he can do. He's got the 2 turrets there. VID could focus them down if he really wanted to. We will see what he decides. A lot of times those turrets are deadly, but if VID decided to, I believe he could take them both out and just wreak havoc on the main. Does catch the expand. This will be sick for VID to take this down. Very well done. Don't even think he got the cancel on that. So very well done by VID there. VID is moving in there. We'll focus down that turret like I thought. Will move around here. Is splitting off a little bit. Really needs to get them all focused in one area here. VID's got to get him out of there. Focus that turret down there. Very well done. We will lose all these SCVs here. Marines are slowly moving in there. VID is in the middle of it here. He's shooting away at them. They're all getting bunched up there. And this is not the best engagement by no means. Is got a lot of turrets around his base, which are saving. Is putting Vikings on the field. Very good move by Lellba. That is exactly what he needed to do. Did hide some of them inside the command center for a couple seconds. I see there. Is moving around. Could take a free kill here, but the Viking is chasing him away here. Very well done by VID. Did a lot of damage here. If we pull this up here, we'll take a look here. VID did get 16 kills out of there. Lellba's still sitting at the 5 kills as far as the peasant count goes here. VID, aside from that on the ground, has a pretty skookum army. Does have a lot of roaches and some dogs on the ground here. Lellba now really needs to get back and recreate that third here. Or, like I say, get some upgrades for them Marines here. Now he knows what he's up against, so I hope we're going to see a lot of Vikings come out. Wouldn't mind seeing some reactors on here, as he is building just medevacs and Vikings, which reactors, believe it or not, you can pump those out 2 at a time. So let's go, Lellba. I'm getting a little bit worried, but like I say, he could be a very well be a Bronze League player. I didn't see as he was unranked, so we're not entirely sure. So we'll continue to build 1 at a time here. Has decided to switch these up and decided he does need to start teching up on his Marines here. So very well done. VID takes his 3rd. We got a couple of Hellions all splitting up all over the place here. It looks like he lost a few of those Hellions in some sort of an engagement at the main. Is moving out with all his Marines here. Does have 43 Marines. I don't know if I would continue to move out until you get your upgrades completed here. Is getting level 2 for the research for the weapon, and has level 1 for the armor for his Marines. VID is moving out at the same time. Has a fair bit of dogs on the field. Only 8 mutas left, but he does have 18 roaches as well, so could be deadly. Has some overseers, so is prepared for cloak if it is out there. Here we are, bulking up that 3rd here. Lellba's decided to start taking over at the 3rd here. Does still have all these siege tanks up here. Wouldn't mind him moving them out as well. I mean, if you're going to guard that 3rd, get these sieges out, but he is going to leave them there. I guess to guard the natural, which isn't a bad move. You never know where the opponent's coming from. A little bit of scouting would help him out, which he is starting to do a bit, so he should run into the army, hopefully, because he does need to know that VID is moving halfway across the map here, so he is at least ready for it. If we take a look out here, his patrol points are guiding him basically nowhere. He's not going to see anything, which could be trouble because VID's moving in now, and his army isn't in place for Lellba. Could be big trouble here. VID's got the 3 overseers to make sure no bad shit happens. Excuse me. Wow, there's the siege launching at a dog. VID did force feed a little poodle up there. Got the poodle blowed up. So he knows the siege tanks are still in position and waiting for him there. So he's elected to get back out. Gets onto the high ground up there. I'd like to see if he's going to start going for the 3rd again, as he does know where the expansion was going to get laid down by Lellba. But we'll soon find out. Medevacs are over here. Apparently doesn't feel like he needs any medevacs to hover over the Marines. I'm beginning to wonder he's forgotten what medevacs are for. Medevacs need to hover your humans. He's got them hovering, a few of them over here. Not really doing a heck of a lot. Should bring all his Marines together, really. Maybe start moving around. Has laid out some Widow Mines here, so very well done by Lellba on that part. Does have another Widow Mine over here for some odd reason. I guess making sure he's covering it all different ways that VID could get in there. Does have this expansion miner up here finally, so he is doing fairly well. Does have very good mineral count, so he is keeping on top of that. VID engages with his 8 mutas. Don't know if this is the best of ideas, as VID will start dropping mutas left, right, and center. Didn't really get a lot out of them. Put a a bunker on fire there. Is elected to take these dogs out. Does know what's at the front gate there, so realizes that's what he wants to take out there. And the Overseers will be able to scout this mine that's sitting here. That mine might be able to launch off if Vid gets the mutas in there first. We will soon find out. It does look like Vid's ready to apply some pressure here, as he is right up on the base here. Does have 13 mutas now. We got the Widow Mine in position here. Like to see if Lellba can see that at all here. Lellba does scan now, so he definitely can see them. He knows exactly where they're sitting here. Vid knows he knows where he is. So we'll be very curious to see what happens here. Leaving the Marines over here for some reason. Widow Mine does launch off there. Doesn't do a lot of damage. He's going to go in. Vid's got some Ultralists in here as well. Ultralists would love to get a hold of those Marines. Sieges them up here. This could be deadly here. Lots of these roaches going to go down here. We're going to take this expansion out. Whoa, Vid decides not a good engagement. Lots and lots of siege tanks there. Not the best engagement for him to run into. He does run out of there. We do have stim pack built up finally, so we are starting to tech up our Marines. Very well done by Lellba. Very good defense there as he fends Vid off and is starting to look pretty darn good. Both their food counts are even here. I believe Lellba does have the advantage on upgrades here. Let's take a look here. Vid does have the 3-car pace. When you get 3-car pace on an Ultralist, it could be deadly. Does not have the actual Ultralist upgrade, I do not believe yet. Yes, he does. That is one of the armors that's on there. So it does have the 3 there. We head up there as we have 1-1 for the roaches. And our mutas, on the other hand, do have 1 for attacks. So both are doing fairly well with their upgrades here. The 1-2, of course, over here. Vikings do not have any, and Siege do not have any. Might be an idea to get them going here. Does plant the 3rd down again. He has lost this twice so far. Has the 4th going down as well. Lellba really getting macro heavy into this game here. Really should start upgrading his tanks and air units here if he's going to combine a bunch of them together here. Or even get some Marauders on the field to deal with those roaches. Marines, of course, are going to help against them mutas here. But here we go. Those Ultralists will walk through these ground units here if they get in there. And here we go. Doesn't have anything sieged up here. Really needs to get them sieged. They're mowing through those little Marines like nothing. Sieges them might be a little bit late. Here we go. They're going to go as fast as they can. I don't think it's enough. Those Ultralists just take too much of the siege damage. He's lost pretty much everything on the ground there. Vid with the reinforcing mutas here. Vikings did land for a second. They're not too sure why they did that. Planes up on the Vikings. Excuse me. So much going on there. Here comes the rest of the Marines down here. Now he has fallen way behind. 104 to 78. Tanks are all going to get lost here. They have no choice here. Like I said, I really think the difference would have been here, and because I'm really worried here about Lellba. Now, difference would have been if you had planted a reactor on those starports, you would have been much better off. You can see the Widow Mines did get 2 pretty sick hits in on the mutas there. They're going to clean up the rest of these medevacs and a couple of Marines sitting on the ground. Here's some turrets. They should hopefully help. He's building more turrets as we speak here. Trying to get as much out as he can here. Like I say, reactor on those starports would have definitely helped. He could have been pumping the Vikings out like crazy now to clean up the rest of these mutas. Lellba says good game. It was very well played. Both these guys were fairly even. Very good try, Lellba. My condolences. You did well. Congratulations to Vid. Very well played. Did have his 5th out by this time. Wow, those are very macro heavy. Both these guys. Very good. I just got to tell you guys, if you ever get stuck on the wrong rock that's on the ground there, make sure you eat that charcoal first. Thank you so much for watching. Replays the tractorchute at gmail.com. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.